the Stone. This is a new class mod for Amara that came with DLC 2. This class mod is actually very interesting, as it says whenever Amara is damaged, she gains plus 10% chance to gain a stack of rush. For every stack of rush, Amara gains plus 3% damage reduction, then max rush stacks plus 5. This is essentially a defensive phase zerker. The way this is going to work, you're going to get to 25 stacks, and that is going to be adding 3% damage reduction to all 25 of those stacks. So in total, that would be 75% damage reduction. If we look at the skills that it buffs, we have Awakening, Violent Tapestry, and Do Harm. Now, Awakening actually does buff the effect of this 3% damage reduction. So how many ever points you have in Awakening is buffing what your rush stacks do. So this is going to be turned to a higher number. With Violent Tapestry and Do Harm, obviously Violent Tapestry is buffing your elemental effect chance. Then Do Harm is affecting your action skill damage. So this class mod is obviously based around getting your rush stacks to its max potential. You're just going to allow your action skill to do the same amount of damage. You're going to be able to proc element effects all the time. And plus that damage reduction is going to be insane if it worked. And yes, you heard that right. I said if it worked. As of right now, this class mod does not work the way it's intended. It actually makes you take more damage. This was found by Z Karma. Shout out to him. I'll link his video and his channel in the description if you would like to check that out. But as of right now, for some reason, this class mod just makes you take more damage than reducing damage. That is a huge problem. If we were to look at this class mod as how it's supposed to work, this class mod would actually be pretty good. Is it going to be the best new Amara class mod? Not too sure yet. There's potential for some builds with this, but as we all know, Phase Zerker, it's already just super good. But if there's a class mod to come out and try to compete with that, it's definitely going to be this one. Now, the reason I say that is because it can kind of go with a lot of things. Like I said, the damage reduction is obviously super nice to have. You're just going to be very tanky. You can pair this with other things in the game to get even more damage reduction, and then you can have things like Ties That Bind. It's going to be buffed by the Do Harm to do even more insane damage. Or if you're playing an elemental build, you can have your elemental effects always proccing with this. So it's kind of just an all-around build, and plus it also gives you the +5 rush stacks, which is going to buff things like your alacrity and everything else that's already in this class mod. So overall, this class mod is kind of hard to review right now because it obviously doesn't work, so we can't test out everything extremely like we normally can. But I would say once this class mod works, you can expect to see a couple builds for this, because just the sheer damage reduction and tankiness you get from this build is actually like really good if it worked. But now with that being said, is it going to be better than what the Phase Zerker and the Spiritual Driver can already do? We'll have to wait and see. Now looking at it where it says whenever Amara is damaged, she gains a 10% chance to gain a stack of rush. This obviously 10% chance is not a lot, but it doesn't seem to proc all that often. Honestly, if you're going to use this class mod, you want to use something like an elemental projector to just shoot yourself to get your 25 rush stacks, then go into a fight with 75% damage reduction if it worked. I know I keep stressing that, but it doesn't work right now. The 10% chance does work, and obviously also with killing enemies and applying status effects, it's going to be going up. So basically this is just adding another way to gain a rush stack, which is nice. So all around, if you're looking for a class mod to make you super tanky and you love playing around with rush stacks, this is definitely the class mod for you once it gets fixed. I could see maybe some action skill builds coming from this, especially damage wise, or maybe even some sniper builds, who knows. But that's going to do it all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, remember, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I truly appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.